There's meaning everywhere you look. Every look, there's meaning. My fight with the camera, for example. Me and my camera never really get along. I just a person who likes to talk and speak and whatever. I'm the personality, you know what I'm saying? I go out, I have fun with my friends, okay, and people enjoy my company. And they enjoy my wit and my humor and everything else. But when I try to shoot it at the same time, there's always something I miss. I bet you it's going to be something wrong with this video, some lighting issues, some sound issues. Some like, can you get cameras? You know, I'm better off being the man with the big bucks, shelling out the big bucks. And I understand that one. I understand why I have trouble with camera. But some things, life, not really that well understood. So there are a lot of things we do in Nerf that we don't understand its meaning or what it's about. And I need to explain that to you before I talk about the Pengu darts. Because to me, Pengu darts is something that I believe is a good pursuit, but a lot of people don't understand it. Just like Buckingham Palace and the kingdom, the United Kingdom, is the kingdom of decency. Or where the Victorian era came from, and is an era I believe is sadly lost and needs to be refound again. But in a decent, modern way, in a good way. Be excellent to each other. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure is a Victorian ideal. Did you know that? That's crazy, isn't it? Well, a lot of people think the Pengu darts are crazy. They're not. Oh, you know, this shot, you know, this has more potential to shoot farther than one of Chris Cartaya's blaster. I've seen it. It has. Now, there are people that say, well, you haven't really put a lot of work into it. Well, you haven't done this, you haven't done that. Well, not really. I want to explain first why I believe it's a good pursuit, even if I don't even use Boomco. I think it's a good pursuit. I'm not even, you know, ever going to see this palace, probably ever in my life. I still believe in it. It's not, because I see a lot of people have artwork where they bought off the shelves, they bought off the store. Yay, this is the latest Thomas Kincaid, and yay, I like this Monet because it's impressive, or I buy this Picasso because it's expensive. No. Meaning. Do you understand what I'm saying? Meaning. When you adore your house, if you have a bunch of money, you don't just adore your house with things to make yourself look a certain way, to get put off a certain kind of decency, or to portray yourself as decent to compensate for something. No. You fill it with things of meaning. Passed down from you, from your heirs. Passed down from you, from your Nerf community, and passed down from you, from experience. And I feel that right now, with the Pengu darts, sadly, it's going away. People aren't supporting it. I put in my $10. And it took a lot for me to get up here and do a video. I have a hard time doing my own videos right now. But I will tell you this. I have been involved kind of in this. Let me tell you what happened. So here we are. Okay. I got a blaster that can take normal swappable barrels called a bird of prey. This means I could make a blaster with a barrel like, oh, I don't know, like this. So let me get this Merlin off of here. Like this one. Right here. Okay? That is a 10mm by 17/32 barrel. I could take off this turret. Like so. You got it. Now with this test barrel, Boomtendo sent me some darts. 3D printed darts, silicone head darts. He's been working on this for a while. If you look on my channel, they're the hard 3D head peg darts. That was version 1. Version 2 were the silicone head darts that were 9mm, and version 3 were a adaptation of the halo darts. They were weighted more, and they were given more slick coating on the outside. The third version worked the best, and after that, he made the Pengu darts. Now, I don't think that has received enough information and backing, and quite frankly, I'm in Nerf. I'm having a hard time making a video, and I'm having a hard time explaining it myself, because I'm not into Boomco, but I did test it out. And I will tell you something. I found that this system here wasn't really a good system because this is a small, fat. Put a bunch of air all at once at 50 caliber and maintain its airflow. With this, you need a longer, thinner tube, and that's exactly what Boomtendo did. He used a caliburn. Okay, he used a lot of spring force, and he made a dart shoot about 270 feet across Old Hamer Park, which is an old traditional park. And not only did it shoot flat, it actually dipped. It went low because of the harmonics of the barrel. So where I tune my blast is when I fire, is either the barrel's doing this harmonically and goes back down, or it planes out, goes up a little high, and it just towards for the sight. So you see a lot of my videos, I point like that instead of like that. And the reason is because this is going to climb on me. Now the fiberglass makes it so it goes back in the same position every time. That's why these are so accurate. And it's called free flow harmonics on a blaster, because your Model 700 rifles do this. You got all your Weatherby Mark 5s do this. Your high power rifles, really good ones, right? So what I found was a problem with it was that he was using 3D printed parts, and he was just using a barrel not reinforced like, let's say you've seen Big Blue, or the Chronomag has a small barrel, to keep it from flexing. Or if it does flex, like this, because I wanted the weight reduction, to make it flex predictably, so it always lands in the same point of sight. Now, long-winded story there, but still, I've seen it happen. I've seen it fire. So, if you think about it, Boomtendo has had 3 prototypes of darts. Just nothing he ever created from stock with the dart material and the heads. Which, therein lies another rub. The other rub is this, is that we can take standard foam and change the head and glue a new head on there, and we can try it out. With Boomtendo, he's got to remake the whole thing. The straw material and everything else. So it's not easy to experiment with darts. I can take a normal dart, cut off the back end of it, put a dart head on there, and boom, there I am ready to go. But he has to literally work with what he has. So what he did is he made something with 3 ribs and that straw material, and there it is. So at any rate, he has done work with the Pengu darts. And I know sometimes things we do in Nerf not really that understood. Not easy to understand. Do you understand Buckingham Palace? Well, do you? You may think you do. Oh yeah, this is the 830,000 square feet residence of your Majesty Queen Elizabeth II of the United Kingdom. Okay, you understand that. Do you understand that, okay, those are her heirs on the walls. Alright. The King, Queen. This is all being preserved to preserve history. Things brought down from generations. And what you won't realize, unless you look at a video like this, or you walk through the palace, which I may never walk through the palace, because I may never even make it to England. But then again, I thought, I'm never going to make it to Singapore. Look what happened. Everything in these rooms has meaning. Meaning? I mean, 1 second, think about this one. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let's take a look at the grand staircase of the palace. Okay, there's a statue on your left side that behind it is gold leaf and white. That's not just for contrast, that's not just for looks. The meaning behind the statue is golden. Yes. We don't understand it because we're not as sophisticated as a lot of people. We're not as sophisticated as the Queen of England or Prince Philip of Greece. Okay, but here you go. The care of a thoroughbred animal takes the virtue, love, affection, and devotion of a virtuous and caring woman. Yeah, that greyhound needs attention and care to tear around that track. I feel the same way about Nerf. Like, it takes attention and care. You see what I'm saying? It's something I've been trying to pass on to others, including Boomtendo, who has become a really good friend of mine. And I've been trying to be a better friend, but I've had problems filming my own films. So, the problem is, if you walk by this grand staircase, and you walk up, the meaning's lost. You walk through Buckingham Palace, and, oh, that's just another statue, that's nice. The meaning's lost. If you don't give it its thought, the meaning's lost. So here's what I want you to do with the Pengu darts. I put in $10. I want you to take just as much care as I would walking through Buckingham Palace. And I wouldn't take a day to walk through Buckingham Palace. I would take a month. Because there's so much here to absorb. A meaning, legacy, heritage. And there's so much to absorb with Nerf too. Now, Boomtendo, Boomco, is not that big of a legacy. There aren't that many people working on it. But that doesn't make it any less important. But for later on, we may need lighter darts that are smaller diameter that shoot farther. We need me more efficient. Me being a Nerf sniper, I believe that. Okay, so even if it's not applied to Boomco directly, it's still a field of study that I think needs more attention. And this is why I think you should support the Pengu darts. Not knock it down, not hit this with negativity, but positive behavior. And you don't want to back it, then don't back it. That's fine. If you don't got something nice to say, don't say it at all. And I understand there's a lot to it. And do I compare the legacy and philosophy of a kingdom to a legacy and philosophy of Nerf? Yeah. Because it's another philosophy that makes the world go round and betters mankind. So until next time, both are. The kingdom of decency and the Victorian era that really, decency and properly, especially with some women I've met, can really come back. It really can use to. I'm more like when I watch Beverly Hills, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Lisa Vanderput is the one who impresses me. And all the other women, they don't. She's the example, the proper example, to me. So I try to be a proper example to others in Nerf as well. Okay? It should come back. It really should. Hopefully one day, decency among men and women will come back in a big way. And I feel that way about Nerf. I feel like I'm trying to be more decent. And it's the same thing. But this is another philosophy, long range, smaller diameter, less coefficient drag. This is another philosophy that needs to be explored. And here's the first person trying to do it. And sink or swim, it's still an interesting look. And so I think that at least deserves some credit. And at least deserves, even if I don't play Boomco, and I don't, at least deserves to be respected for its meaning. And there are lots of things in the world you don't understand. And I'm not going to go all day through Buckingham Palace and tell you every single picture on the wall, or tell you why there's certain murals, or tell you why they use certain colors in certain rooms. I'm not going to say that. But I am going to say, I'm a novice myself in that, but I see it. And if you think deeply, I think you will too see what I mean. So until next time, this is Chris Cartaya, saying don't you go changing, I'll find you. Peace out.